Good morning. Welcome to the first frost freeze of Nebraska of the fall. It's October 6, 7, 8. 6, it is 7th, and we woke up to 32 degrees, which I believe is 0 degrees Celsius, centigrade. Somebody correct me on that. Help me out with my math. Finished filling up this grain cart and that grain cart down there, harvest all of this and all of that. Greg is coming this morning to haul for me straight to town. This is, like I said, 16 and a half, 17% moisture. I'm gonna start this tractor so it can warm up, so we can unload, and then hopefully not get stuck on this damp stuff, which you guys like to see. This is probably a legitimate cold start. Oofda. Look at that frost. Let's turn the air conditioner off and the heater on. How many pounds did we have in here? Wow. That's better. I am fueling up at the normal pump. This is how I normally fuel up. This is how I've always fueled up. You can see it's difficult there with the post and the wire and the auger. I miss the fuel trailer. Much prefer fueling up with that trailer. Have you guys ever used your nose to zoom in and zoom out? I just did. Professionals only. Pros only. Diesel fluid, diesel exhaust fluid. We're pumping out of my monster tote. We just started purchasing diesel exhaust fluid in the 300-gallon tote because we go through quite a bit. It's an added cost to this farm, making me less profitable, but apparently more environmental. I think the air leaving this machine is cleaner than going into the machine. Is an air filter. Speaking of air filters, we'll open that up and blow that out. Nice little frost this morning. I can imagine the corn stalks look like Christmas. Yeah, good morning once again. Glad to have you guys here. You're doing a wonderful job sticking around. Okay, also, this video is not yet sponsored by Liquid Death, but also don't be afraid to drop your death. This is the Grim Leafer. Don't be afraid to drop it from up there as you're carrying a couple of these cans in. They will survive. They will live to drink another day. You can crack that top and say death to plastic, because we use cans out here in the cab. This will be delicious at about 9, 10 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is right now, but it's warming up. The frost is coming out of the corn. We got to get going. As my good friend Andy would say, farming doesn't have to be dirty. And I'm glad that I took the extra 5-10 minutes to clean my windshields. It's great for me, probably safer for me, and probably is better for the YouTube viewing audience. I hope you appreciate my cleanliness. Only on today, though. Farming doesn't have to be dirty. Here we go, starting the combine. What a delicious cold start. Heater. Oh. Side note. Okay. Saw this yesterday. I've owned this combine for probably 8 months, and typically I run through everything. I just found this on the side of the combine. All right, that is probably a seat heater. Here's your air adjust, and then look back here. Apparently we have more switches to play with, including this lever that does that. Hopefully we can fold this seat all the way back. I have not tried to take a nap in this combine or seat just yet. Oh, look at this. Here's another lever that does something. I don't even know all the ins and outs of this machine, but maybe today on this Saturday I can start figuring it out. Maybe it has a massage. That would be nice. What's going on over here? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. All right, we are on top of the MFS bin that we've been filling for the last 2 days. I have some 11% corn in here, which is super dry, and some 16, 17, maybe a touch of 18% moisture in here. Not very much of the irrigated stuff, mostly 16. We're running a fan, so what I do is I just put my face here. We'll see how much we have in here, and I can feel moisture and humidity coming out. So we'll run the fan until that stuff's coming out. My favorite thing to do is fill a bin halfway full, take the center out, get it in good equilibrium condition with everything else, and then fill it the rest of the way up. I don't have any way to unload this other than an auger, and that's kind of complicated in the middle of the harvest. We still might do that. I don't even have electricity to that unload out right there. But what we might do is go into another one of these bins and fill it halfway up, take the peak out, get it in condition. But these are all things to think about, sort, organize in grain storage. A lot happening. Welcome back to the South Pivot. It's been about a month since we've been out here, since we've irrigated. Thank goodness. But here we are. We need to start the motor to run this generator to move the pivot so we can harvest the corn. Looks like Greg is back and Ethan is filling him. We have both the red and green grain carts loaded. I think this will be Greg's last load for today for us. So we will start going back to the farm and we will switch the farm around. I have decided my plan. We will switch into another bin and continuing harvesting this direction. The moisture from that load was 16%, so a little bit drier than I expected, but absolutely perfect. The market wants my corn at 15%, so they will take a little bit of shrink, a little bit of drying charge off of there, but only 1 point. So that is not bad at all. That saves me from running it through my bin system, hauling it in, hauling it out, running it through a dryer, all the wear and tear there. That's excellent moisture to just get it to market and turn it into ethanol and cattle feed. What are we doing here? I got lost in my monologue. We're going to start this motor. Oh, it's been a month. Will it start? Uh-oh. Those little buggers, mice crawl into, get into everything and destroy everything. We'll let this motor warm up, let the power grid power up, 500 volts, and start it going. Got to the end of the field. I'm gonna dump. This is a spare truck for extra. Now remember, we're moving that pivot and it's coming around and it's totally gonna miss this truck, right? Right. We don't trust that. I'm gonna move this truck clear way out of the way. And I told that to Ethan. I'm teaching him, let's be safe, because we'll watch the pivot, we'll be in the same field, it's gonna miss it anyway, we'll be out here and shut it off, but we can't trust that. We gotta be extra super safe with the pivot mishaps I've had this year and going forward. We learn, and then we learn again. Check out these turnips and radishes. Look at that cover crop. It's excellent cow chow. We'll turn cows out here and graze all of this. All right, don't get side noted. Don't get distracted with livestock, Kale. Focus on the machinery. Guys want to see what 60,000 pounds of corn looks like, or this volume of corn on the ground? It's about that big. I'm trying to remember if this is a 32 or 36 diameter bin. Put your guesses in the comments. The flies and bugs continue to get bigger and bigger even after the freeze and the frost. What can I show you here today? We've got pivot issues, sprinkler issues that need to be fixed. Finished with this 80 acres, and I've got the pivot move over there. Oh, pivot track. Hold on a second. Pivots moved, so now all we have on this field is that 80 acres over there. Let me raise the head. Don't lose sight of what you're doing. All right, bad pivot track. I gotta focus. All right, time to document. I got my 19-year-old Ethan running grain cart, and then my, I don't know, 17-year-old. How old is Adam? However old he is. I got Ethan teaching Adam how to run grain cart, and then Adam's gonna run the red one today, and they'll both be running back to the bin site, grain site. This corn isn't so good. I thought I had special corn. This stuff isn't so special. Well, we are quitting for the evening. 122 acres, that's not all in one day. And it just worked out. Grain cart's loaded in the field, grain cart empty back at the farm. Combine, a little bit in it, but I'm driving back up to the pickup and we'll shut it down for the night. When driving back empty to the other end of the field, and I see an opossum, I believe, a baby. So I had to slow down, film, and document. I think I will go over here while he goes over there so I don't run over him. We like opossums. Do you know why we like opossums? Comment below the reason.